Breastfeeding is often seen as a natural act of love, a sacred bond between a mother and her baby. But for some women, this brings not just closeness, but confusion, anxiety, and even pain. My name is Sukanya, the founder of Avnita. And in today's video, we are going to talk about something that very few people discuss, but many mothers quietly struggle with. The topic for today is how negative childhood experiences and childhood abuse can affect breastfeeding in the later years of a mother's life. Did you know that your childhood can really affect your ability to successfully breastfeed your baby? If you have ever felt anxious or stressed out, disconnected, or even ashamed while breastfeeding your baby, then there is something useful for you in this video. You are not alone, and it might have roots much more deeper than you might think. In this video, we are going to uncover the silent link between childhood trauma, childhood abuse, and breastfeeding struggles. Because healing begins with understanding what the real problem is. In this segment, let us understand what are the adverse childhood experiences or ACEs. Adverse childhood experiences or ACEs include things such as physical abuse, emotional neglect, sexual abuse, or growing up in a household with addiction, mental health issues, mental illness, or domestic violence. Now, some of the examples of ACEs are as follows. First, physical, sexual, or emotional abuse. Second, neglect. Third, domestic violence. Fourth, substance abuse in the house itself. Fifth, losing a parent. Sixth, emotional abandonment by the parent or somebody who's close or a caregiver. Research has shown that women who have experienced 3 or more ACEs are at a higher risk of postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, PTSD, and difficulty with emotional regulation, all of which can have some negative impact or influence in the breastfeeding journey of the women who has undergone such kind of negative experiences in their early childhood. In this we are going to understand breastfeeding and the body-memory connection. Now, you will be knowing that trauma does not only live in our minds, but it is stored in our body. This concept is known as the somatic memory, which basically means that the memory of the trauma is stored in our body. For some mothers, the physical closeness of the baby while breastfeeding, the touch, and even the hormonal shifts which are included during breastfeeding can really trigger flashbacks or body memories from their childhood abuse. Now, there is a very famous quote which says that trauma is not just an event that has happened in the past. It is basically the imprint which has been left by the experience on the body, brain, and most importantly in the nervous system of the mother's body. Therefore, one must be very careful. If you find yourself, mothers, if you are feeling numb or disconnected, or if you are panicking while breastfeeding, please remember that you are not alone. These are all trauma responses that you are having. They are not signs of failure. You may in fact consider reaching out to a certified medical practitioner or a lactation consultant for further help. In this segment, we will understand emotional responses, the shame and the vulnerability which a mother faces. Many mothers with trauma history report feeling unsafe, ashamed, or even unworthy during breastfeeding. For example, survivors of sexual abuse, while they are exposing their chest, even in a nurturing context, can feel really triggered or can feel really confused while breastfeeding. Some mothers can also feel a lot of guilt. Why can't I enjoy this experience like the other mothers? Mothers may wonder, or they can also feel shame. What is wrong with me? But mothers, the truth is, Your body is only trying to protect you. These are all trauma responses. It is basically responding to your old pain. Your body is not responding to your baby like this. So mothers, don't worry. They are only pain or trauma responses from your past experience. Your body is responding to your past, not your present or your future. Understand how trauma affects hormonal responses. Now, breastfeeding is hormonally driven. Oxytocin, which is the love hormone, helps the milk letdown process and bonding. But whenever the trauma is there, it increases the cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which can reduce or inhibit the milk production in the mother's body. High levels of stress, especially unresolved trauma, stress from unresolved trauma can really lead to low milk supply, difficulty in latching, or even breast refusal. Now, all these can spiral into quick frustration and also feelings of inadequacy in the mother. But mothers, please remember, it is not you. Your body is just responding to your past trauma to keep you safe. Inadequacy. In this segment, let us understand how is healing possible. You have different options to heal. Breastfeeding doesn't have to be all or nothing. Some mothers may choose to pump. Some mothers can also decide to breastfeed partially when they have too much trauma in their body. Some can also switch to formula. All of this is completely okay. What matters the most is you, your healing, your comfort, and your bond with your baby. There are different types of therapies also, like EMDR, somatic experiencing, and trauma-informed counseling. All of this can really help you to rewire the brain and the body after your negative childhood experiences and can help you to have a successful breastfeeding journey. In this segment, we will try to understand how support system matters. Mothers, you do not have to go through this all alone. Reach out to a trauma-informed lactation consultant who is aware of these kind of cases, or a therapist who understands maternal mental health, or you can also be a part of a peer support group. Believe me, these things are really going to help you in the long term. There are different types of support resources such as the mental health helplines, or you can also reach out to the various regional or local support groups, or you can reach out to our support group at Avnita as well. So mothers, if this video has resonated with you, please know that healing is possible and you are not broken, nor are you alone. Whether you breastfeed or formula feed, you are a very good mother. At the end of the day, it is your love that matters the most to your baby. If this has helped you or has helped someone that you know, please like, share and subscribe this video. Leave a comment below if you would like to share your experience or if you would request a future topic. We are here to listen to you and take your advice.